Hello everybody, my name is Ruben Gomez. We're inside Familia Records production and I'm going to show you today how to solder some TRS cables. Now I know there's a lot of videos out there that show you how to do this, but I'm going to go step by step, not only step by step, but show you the color and where to actually solder them. So I know there's a lot of videos that, like I said, show you how to solder, but they skip past what wire goes where. And if you're not really, savvy, or if you don't know that, it might be a little confusing. So hopefully this video helps you out, and let me show you what you need. Alright, so those are some of the things you will need to get the job done. At least make it easier for yourself. So let's go into what you need. Get your cable, grab the end. There's like a little plastic thing on the side. What I like to do is I like to put these on first so I don't forget. There's nothing like doing your cabling and splitting it, and then all of a sudden you need to put the end back on. So you want to get your needle nose pliers. Kind of spread this open. That way you can put your cable inside. And then you crimp it back together so that way it holds it sturdy so it's not moving around and it comes loose eventually. Okay, so let me explain this a little bit. This is something that I want to do in this video, is explain the end. So you got the sleeve, which is this part right here, which is where your copper wire, your ground's gonna go. And then you got the tip and then the ring. The tip is the small little metal part and the ring is the longer part. Okay, so when we open up the cable, so what I like to do is I like to get the cable, put it all the way to the end, put my finger right there, get my knife, press it, so that way it's hitting, the end. And I just kind of roll it, so that way it kind of cuts the outer plastic part, and then you just kind of twist it off. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. There you go. So you twist that off, and then there's a copper wire around that. Some of it has like a string, around it, like little stringy stuff inside of it, and then some like this is a little like hard, so that way it's a little bit easier to take this wire. So you take the copper wire, twist it up so it's all nice like a straight wire. You rip this little foamy part, stringy part, to expose your wires. And then you can just take this little insulation part, kind of just cut it off, so you don't really need it. Alright, so you cut that off. Alright, so now you got these wires. So this is what I want to explain. So a lot of them just show you how to solder it. So this, it has a red and a white wire. Sometimes it's red and clear, blue and clear, or just some other color, and then white or clear. So the white part goes on the ring, the long part. The red goes on the tip. And then the copper goes on the sleeve, which is the ground. So there you go. So once I show you that, that's what we have here. Cool. So now you have nice strip wire. And what I like to do is put a little bit of solder on the actual wires, so that way they get nice and there's a good connection when you do it. So let's put some solder on there. Alright, so now that we got the solder on there, let's put it on the actual thing. So you can use whatever you'd like to crimp it or do whatever, but I like to use this here. It's good for me. Put your wires back so that way it doesn't interfere with what you're doing. Alright, so now that we got our ground on there, you could put whatever. It doesn't matter which order you go in, as long as you do the wire. So as long as it's on there, it's nice and ready. So you can do this however you like. All right, so now you got the tip, the ring, and the sleeve. Now you just crimp it together. That way the cable doesn't move on you when you're doing your thing. You're gonna be tugging on it a little bit. All right, so now that you got that, you put the sleeve on. There's that little plastic part. Put the sleeve on. There we go. This little plastic part, you put this. And there you have it. There's the cable. So you got one end. So now we gotta do the other one. So we're going to time warp this, so that way you don't have to hear me explain everything. So we're gonna do the same thing. Here we go. All right, so now that we did the cable, everything's soldered, everything's ready to go, it looks great. Now we gotta do the last thing, which is the most important thing, is test. There's two tests. There's the actual test with this Behringer CT200, which does XLR and all kinds of other things. But there's this kind of test, and then there's the sound test. So there's two tests that you want to do. So it's gonna do that thing. It's gonna check if all the connections are there, and then it'll say pass. Boom. Once it says pass, we're good. Let's show you again. Pass. We're good. So this cable is good. It passed. That means it works. So there you have it, folks. That's how you solder a TRS cable. Make a little patch cable, whether it's long or short, however you need for your studio or for home projects. Hopefully this video was helpful. Click like if you like it, share it, and see you soon.